Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel we love our makeup, but we especially love using the makeup that we already have. And we're not here for Instagram fame or TikTok fortune, though I do those things as well. We're just here for real makeup, for real life, and real people like us. You like the red lip and you are curious about what I used, I will link a TikTok down in the description box if I can figure out how. And I did demonstrate the 3 products that I used to create my perfect red lip. But today we are going to talk about my very top 10 favorite holy grail high-end and luxury products of all time. On Tuesday, we did talk about my top 10 drugstore products, and I told you that this video was coming, and I'll be interested to hear what you think about today's video, if there were any surprises, any products that you didn't know about prior to the video, and with all of that said, let's get started. So one product that is very new to my collection but immediately became a holy grail is the Milky HydroGrip Primer. This is the mini, but I will be purchasing the full size ASAP. Unfortunately, I should have purchased it during the sale, but I just didn't know how this would work on my oily skin. And it turns out that it really helps my makeup to stay on all day, or at least better than most foundations or primers work for me. It does have a little bit of a grip to it, but it feels really nice and thin on the skin. It doesn't feel overly sticky, especially if you don't over apply. I tend to just go with 1, maybe 2 pumps, and I specifically target this in the T-zone. This is one of those primers where if you don't need it on the perimeter of your face, you're just wasting product essentially, and you really just need to apply this in the areas where you typically have breakdown or wear down of your makeup. So 100%, I've had this for not even a month, but it's a holy grail. It's the best primer that I've ever tried for my oily skin. The next product is a concealer. This is just a sample size. I have every intention of purchasing the full size when this one is gone. It is the Lancome Teint Idole All Over Concealer. I believe this one is in the shade Buff, and I love this. This is very, very thin, but the coverage is beautiful, and that means on under eyes like mine, they're aging, they're a little dry, but we need some coverage as well. This is perfect. It's also a great concealer. It says all over concealer. It is really good for that. Because it's thin but it has good coverage, I find that on no makeup days, I can not only apply this on my under eyes, but I can apply it anywhere in my face where I want to correct or conceal, etc. And because it's so thin but has good coverage, it does correct and cover, but without looking like you have blotches of concealer on your face. It really blends into the skin beautifully because of that thin consistency, and I absolutely love this stuff. If I'm being honest, I do think I like this even better than the Kosas concealer. I love the Kosas concealer, and it's super duper hydrating, but it's a different kind of look, if you will. It's something that I feel like I have to set, and it's something that I don't necessarily like applying to the rest of my face because it is so hydrating that I then get oily and it wears away or just melts off of my face. This one does not do that, but I do still love the Kosas concealer. Next, this is a product that has weaseled its way into my makeup routine that I never knew I needed. I have a sample that I am currently panning in my Partners in Cream project pan, and through that, working on that product, I have learned that I never want to be without it again, and that is the Saie Glowy Super Gel Dewy Illuminating Fluid. I have the shade Starglow, which is the lighter of the two shades. And I, like I said, have a mini, but I did purchase the full size in the recent Sephora sale. I was going to buy a mini, but that mini was sold out, and ultimately I know that I will use this full size. And here's how I've been using it. So right now in Partners in Cream as well, I am also working on panning this little foundation from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and this is super duper full coverage. And I'm not a full coverage kind of gal. I don't know if you can tell, but you know, you can see my sunspots and, you know, things like that, hyperpigmentation on my skin. That's just a part of who I am. So what I've been doing is using a pump of this, a pump of this, and then if need be, a little bit of a lighter foundation, because this is a little dark for me right now, a little yellow for me. But that's not all. I absolutely love this under foundation for a beautiful glow. There aren't many glowy products or primers that I can actually wear under foundation and not worry about my foundation just melting off of my oily skin. But this is one of them. Because it's a gel, it does dry down completely. It doesn't feel dry or tight or anything like that. But it doesn't have a dewy finish to it. It looks dewy, it looks illuminating, but it doesn't have a sticky or even hydrating feeling to it. So this is a great under the foundation glowy primer for me with my oily skin. But that's not all. I also really love this as a beautiful subtle highlight on the skin, liquid highlight. It's just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. It just looks like healthy skin versus like a liquid highlight sitting on top of your skin. So, and I am wearing this today mixed with the Charlotte Tilbury foundation as well as a lighter. Actually, I mixed it with a concealer today. Next is a duo product, and it is something that still gets a ton of hype here on YouTube, but for very good reason. It's the Patrick Ta Major Sculpt in the shade She Sculpted, and it has a cream contour shade under the window here and a powder bronzer shade here. I love these products. The bronzer is nice and glowy, but not too much so, and the cream is just perfect. They are perfectly paired in terms of the colors and the tone, but also in the way that they work together. I love to put the cream on first as my contour a little lower on the cheekbone, and then go in with this warmer bronzer and just kind of diffuse everything all together. And I cannot get enough of this thing. I love the 2-for-1 sort of idea here. I love the Patrick Ta duos. They're extremely versatile. You could put the cream and then the powder, or the powder and the cream, and it all works together. And it just looks so natural and glamorous when I wear this. So it is definitely high up there on my list of top 10. Next is still pretty new to my collection, but has become not only a top 10 in the high-end luxury category, but just a top blush overall in my entire collection. I've reached for it regularly since I purchased it, and that is the Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder in the shade Independence. I love this sort of bronzy rose color. It's so pretty, and when I wear this, I absolutely don't have to wear a highlighter, not that I ever have to, but this is so glowy and beautiful and juicy on the cheeks. I absolutely adore this. It's smooth. It's one of the very few formulas of glowy blush that doesn't enhance texture on my textured skin. We all have texture, and this does not enhance it. I've tried so many beautiful shimmery or glowy blushes that do just emphasize every pore, every imperfection on the skin, and this never does. So I highly recommend these. I have several, and if I had my way, I'd have them all. And then the next product is also a blush that has become a favorite. I think I bought this toward the end of 2021, but it's been a favorite ever since I purchased it. It is the Tower 28 Beach Please blush in After Hours. I love the other shades. I have Magic Hour, which is a beautiful like peachy pink shade, great for every day. But this berry blush is perfection. I never thought I would love a berry blush as much as I love this one. I just picked this shade on a whim, to be honest. This was the first one I bought before Magic Hour, and I just bought this on a whim because it was the most unique of the shades that they had to offer that I didn't have a ton of in my collection already. And because of that, I was able to discover this beautiful berry blush. I absolutely adore this thing. I think I have actually demos for both of these, so I'll put those up on the screen so you can see them applied. But oh man, it's so pretty. And then I also really love using this on the lips when I'm wearing it on the cheeks as well. It gives this beautiful monochromatic look, and this is actually comfortable on the lips. It's not a cream to powder formula. You'll be able to see from the swatch here that it's kind of got a luminous quality, but it's just a sheen. There's no sparkle or glitter or anything like that. It's just juicy, and that's what gives the you know, that illuminating effect, I guess. So love, love, love this, specifically this shade, and the formula is fantastic as well. Very easy to work with. Next, we have a highlighter, and if you've been around for a while, you've probably heard me rave on this one as well, and it is another Nabla Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder, but this is a highlighting shade for me, and it is called Privilege. This is like peachy, pinky, champagne had a baby, and the shade Privilege was born. It's so pretty, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. It really does give a glass skin finish. It's very sheer. There's not a lot of pigment in here. There's just pearl and reflect going on. And I absolutely love this thing. You can probably see that mine's pretty well loved, and honestly, I could wear this forever and never get sick of it. It is such a pretty shade, and it pretty much goes with everything, I find, because it has a little bit of pink and peach and champagne and maybe even a touch of a soft gold. It goes with everything, and I just absolutely adore this thing. The last three are Lippies, and the first one I actually received in PR, but my opinions, as always, are my own, and it is one of the new lipsticks from Merit Beauty. These are their signature lips, and this is the shade Baby. I did get to pick out my shades of lipstick, and here it is. It's a neutral pink, and it doesn't look very exciting at all. But what is exciting is that it is a neutral pink. Most of my pink lipsticks either lean really warm or pretty more like mauvey cool tone. This one is just right smack in the middle. It goes with so many looks. I love the formula. The formula feels like a lip balm, but the pigment looks like a lipstick, and it's amazing. It has a very, very slight real raspberry scent that I believe they use raspberry oil to create. And I love the other shade that I received as well, but this one is just something I could wear every day. And honestly, this is what I had always hoped that Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk would be. But Pillow Talk is just slightly too light for me and my natural lip color. So I love this one, and I want to wear it all the time. Next is an old favorite. I've had this lipstick for quite some time, and it's one of my favorites in my collection, especially for nudes. This is my very perfect nude lipstick, and it is the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick in the shade Very Victoria. And this is what it looks like. It's, again, not super warm, not cool tone, because cool tone nudes tend to make me look kind of dead. But it's kind of like in between warm and neutral, and I just love it. I love this formula. I just love everything about it. I mean, I have used a really good amount of this nude lipstick, and if I ever use it up, I will immediately repurchase it, because this is just a go-to nude lip, especially when I'm not filming. Like, these two lipsticks here are go-tos when I'm not worried about being boring on camera and things like that. These are my go-tos for just every day, for going out and about, and they are just precious to me. So highly recommend. All right, and then the very last product is lip gloss, and it's more a formula than a specific color, though I will show you all the colors I own, and they are the Tower 28 ShineOn lip jellies and Milky lip jelly glosses. I have 4, and 2 of them are the Milky lip jellies, and 2 of them are just the regular ShineOn lip jellies. So I started out with this shade right here, this nude, which is called Cashew. Really beautiful. Love this formula. It feels more like a lip oil and less like a lip gloss, but it's very glossy and shiny and looks beautiful on the lips. The second shade that I purchased is one of just the ShineOn lip jellies, and it is the shade Magic, and it's right here. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it's basically a clear lip gloss with a bunch of gold and iridescent glitters. It is absolutely beautiful over other lip colors. Then I purchased the shade Coconut, which is this pinky shade right here. Very beautiful, very everyday, appropriate, and easy to use. And then during the Sephora sale, I purchased one of the new colors that they launched, and that is this one right here. Again, this is just a ShineOn lip jelly, not a Milky one, and it's called Wild, and it's described as a sheer raspberry, and it is so pretty. So if you missed it, I did a video called That Girl Glowy Makeup, something like that, for spring. I will link the video down below, because I did feature this lip gloss in that video, and it was gorgeous. And I recently picked up this NYX Line Loud lip pencil in the shade Goal Getter, and it is a berry lip liner right here. So I'm really excited to pair these two together, as well as some other berry lips that I have. Even the Tower 28 on the lips with this would be beautiful. And that, my friends, is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed hearing my top 10 high-end and luxury products. I do love my drugstore makeup, but I also love high-end and luxury products. I just love the experience of working with products like these that just work, that are effortless, that perform every single time, and that make me feel really beautiful. So if you did enjoy today's video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. That way we can see each other in all of my future videos. Don't forget to turn on that little bell so it'll let you know every time I upload on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days. And I will see you in my next video very, very soon.